dear students, colorful morning to all my dear loving students. So in the last class we discussed about what is alchemy, who is an alchemist and what is philosopher's stone, when this alchemy came into existence in Egypt and China and what far it is taken for India. And also we discussed about how far these alloys help in metal resistance, isn't it? These many points were discussed. So to have a brief of that is the alchemy in India was just taken as a base for medicine, and that too especially for Ayurveda, and composition, and to overcome many of the problems like rusting process and all. So when we just mix two different metals, the product or the result metal what we are going to get, that is called as an alloy. So iron mixing with phosphorus, metal, that's copper to get brass and bronze, certain compositions are there. So mixing of two metals is known as an alloy, which increases the durability, and also we can overcome certain natural problems undergoing oxidation, certain things. Okay. So in today's class, let us study about how this chemistry or the chemicals have been used in different sectors in our daily life. For example, whatever the substance we are using every day, say for example the medicines, the cosmetics, the textiles, any of the liquids what we are using, or phenol or Dettol, toothpaste, paints, brush, whatever the things we are using, one or the other way, directly or indirectly, we are depending on the chemicals. So dear students, I told you completely the entire chemistry deals with the chemicals in your higher classes, and also knowing some of the physical and chemical properties. Now let us see step by step how these chemicals are used in different sectors. First let us see in the field of agriculture. Okay, the first it is food and agriculture. Chemicals used in the field of food and agriculture. So, as India is a highly populated area, even polluted area too, since we have more number of population, the production of food should also be increased. In olden days, in sector of agriculture, we were using traditional method, plowing, and also using of organic manures, fertilizers. Certain applications were not there, certain techniques, the advanced techniques were not used. Only the manual power, the farmer used to go and plow the land and also sow. It was taking much time, and also only few crops were grown. But if that practice itself is used, if it is used now at present generation, we can't meet the population. Many of the people will starve. That's the problem. So what the science and technology has given us, we have many advanced applications and techniques, the scientific techniques, so that we can make use in the field of agriculture. In plowing also, and also fertilizer, use of fertilizers, so that we can get the crop earlier, so that we can transport to different countries, and we can import whatever the crop is necessary from other countries. So the field of chemistry has made us life so easier. Okay, we can just meet to however the larger quantity we need. But dear students, it has its own adverse effect. Now let us see. First we will concentrate on how these chemicals are very useful for our mankind. So first thing is food. Some are perishable food, some are non-perishable. Okay. So non-perishable food after yield, after cultivation, when we take the crop yield, they have to be preserved. But in those days, preservation was in different methods, and they were growing only in a little quantity. But now it is seasonal. India is a monsoon-based country, will not get rains according to the months. And now it is because of global warming, entire system is changed. Even we get rains in the month of April and May. Even we get bright sunshine in the month of June and July. That is completely because of the global warming, and the reason for that is we the humans, right? So let us purely concentrate on how food is preserved or protected after harvesting. Okay. Before that, for agriculture we use fungicides and preservatives. So let's study each of these agro-based chemicals in detail. Fertilizers. These fertilizers are just added to the soil, okay, to provide all the essential micro and macronutrients, which is very much required for the plant growth. Certain crops need certain fertilizers. That's the composition or the mixture of the fertilizers. So after complete the duration, we will get the yield. That is about the fertilizers. Then coming to insecticides. What happens after when the plant grows to certain height? Some of the insects, they may feed on the leaves or the flowers or the stem part. What happens before we are getting the yield only? It will be destroyed. It will be spoiled. The plants will die. There are chances of the plants may die. So what happens to prevent from those insects? We apply insecticides. And these pesticides, say for example some of the watermelons or some of the tuber forms underground and all. What exactly it is? When the fruit is ready in the plant, there are some pests or rodents, rats or porcupines or anything. They may come and feed on that particular food or the food variety or the fruits. Okay. To avoid those things, we use pesticides. And some plants, they maybe get affected by fungus because of the heavy rains or the moisture content. There may be a fungal growth on the particular tomatoes or some of the vegetables, certain things like that. Bitter gourd, for example, So to avoid that, we spray fungicides. And last, after collecting the yield, we have to preserve it for the longer time. It's not that then and then we can't just grow the rice throughout the year, isn't it? We have certain time for that. Not all the fruits we can grow in all the seasons. Once we grow, we have to preserve it. So we are using the preservatives. It is very clear now, after just coming to know all these things, whatever we are eating, the fruits or the vegetables, it is sprayed with the different chemicals. Okay? What is our turn? When we are consuming it, it has to be washed thoroughly, no negligency. Okay? It should be washed properly, or else with the salt and even turmeric with the hot water, because before we consume, it has all these chemicals. See, we are applying fertilizers. Say for example, some leafy vegetables, we are applying some fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, fungicides, and at the last preservatives. These many chemicals are found on the food varieties. And that's why the washing of the fruits, vegetables and even leafy vegetables is more important. Now let us study in detail what type of fertilizers or the insecticides we are going to use. So dear students, I will make you this is a very much important thing. All these chemicals are very new to you. Okay, you have to watch the video and write each chemical name 5 times in your book. Then only you can remember. Is it okay? Let us see. First, fertilizers. Okay, we are using urea, then sodium nitrate, potash, ammonium phosphate and calcium nitrate. Okay, I'll repeat once again. We are using urea, sodium nitrate, potash, ammonium phosphate and calcium nitrate. These many fertilizers we are using for the plants. Apart from this, there are many, but in your textbook it's mentioned only this much. Okay, kindly make practice of writing each chemical name 5 times and pronounce it. Next, pesticides. We are using malathion, parathion and algin. Very easy to remember. Pesticides. Malathion, okay, parathion and algin. Those are the pesticides we are going to use. Next, insecticides. Insecticides to prevent the insects, right? DDT. What is the full form of DDT? That is dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. I'll repeat. We use DDT right at home. What is the full form of that? What is the chemicals involved in that? Dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. Then BHC. It is benzene hexachloride. What is BHC? It is benzene hexachloride. Then we are using fungicides. What fungicides? Boradex, sulfur. Okay, Boradex and sulfur. It's a mixture, Boradex mixture, and the sulfur. Then preservatives. After collecting and storing, you must add some preservatives, or else there are chances of even some of the pest, rodents, or the insects, or the microbial activity to undergo, right? Preservatives, sodium benzoate, sodium bisulfate, and salicylic acid. I'll repeat: sodium benzoate, sodium bisulfate, and salicylic acid. So these many chemicals we are going to use to grow and to prevent from insects, pests, fungicides, and also preservatives. So dear students, it's your duty now. Watch the video, open the chemistry textbook. If you have not collected the textbook, it's already there in the school. Kindly come and collect the textbook, or else I'll send a photocopy today. Okay? Kindly note down all the chemicals, and you have to memorize it. Which are all the fertilizers, which are all the insecticides, then pesticides, then fungicides and preservatives. Is it right? Okay dear children, I hope you have understood today's video. Meet you in my next class. Be happy and be safe.